Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. And this is normally Throwback Thursday, but we do have some news to bring to you today, and that is that Deadpool 3 has been taken off the release date list, and we're going to break it down, why that might be, and kind of tell you why you shouldn't be all that afraid. So let's jump right into it. Alright everybody, so Deadpool 3 was originally scheduled to be released May 24th, and now it has been delayed. Now this delay normally wouldn't be as much of a big deal, except that they seem to have removed it off the watch list, which has a lot of people worried. But here's the thing about that. The reason they probably had to do this is because they knew that the writer's strike was potentially going to end soon, and the actor's strike may potentially end soon. However, if they had to go back for reshoots or anything like that, it presents a little bit of a problem. Not only that, you have Ryan Reynolds, who actually does have other projects in the works. Ryan Reynolds is a very busy man, and he also runs a few companies, so getting him to come back and be able to film these reshoots that they have to film, even if the film is already 100% done, is a little bit more difficult than what they really want to admit. So the original release date of May 24th is not really going to happen. That doesn't mean anything though. That doesn't mean that we're going to see something horrible happen, like the movie isn't going to be released. I know a lot of people are going to start to speculate that maybe the movie isn't going to be released at all, and that is pure speculation on their part. The movie will be released eventually. So where we were supposed to get it in 2024, we may now actually be looking at a 2025 release date for it. Now, it's not the Lone Ranger when it comes to that. So don't think that it is. Actually, there are a lot of movies right now that can come out. But then for every movie that can come out, there's going to start to be a decline in movies that are able to come out due to the writer's strike and due to the actor's strike. Because it's one thing if they already have the movie written and the actors aren't on strike. Then maybe you get the actors to film the movie and you don't have any rewrites. You're good to go. But the second that you start to have a rewrite here and there, or you want Ryan Reynolds to improvise in any way, shape, or form, this becomes a bit of a problem. And I think that's really what happened to them as a movie, is that Ryan Reynolds is so used to improvising a lot of the stuff that he does that, you know, he gets a writer's credit on there. He has a writer's credit on there. But, you know, he's also an actor. So while the writer's strike is going on, he can't very well write any dialogue for it since he is technically credited as one of the writers usually. And since he can't do that, that's a problem. And then coupled with the fact that the actor's strike started, and now we have to wait for that to be over, it only makes sense that he would maybe not be able to get back to it right away because he does have a couple other projects lined up afterwards. So it's not a matter of the movie never coming out. Now, I'm going to play devil's advocate for a second because I honestly think this might be a good thing. And let me explain. Because right now, on the slate, you only have a few movies coming out that are comic book related. And the Marvels is still scheduled to come out. So you have that happening, and you have a couple other movies like it starting to happen. Well, when you have that going on and you're trying to build a timeline, sometimes when things get delayed or jumped forward a little bit, it requires some more personal touches to make it fit within the timeline you're doing. And I think that might have happened here. Because look, originally it was set for a much later date in 2024, and they upped the time that it was supposed to be released to May. And maybe they looked at it and they said, wait a minute, this isn't going to work either. But any rewrites that they do to adjust to whatever the new timeline is going to require for the movies going forward, wherever it's supposed to fit, that's what they have to look at. And it may not even be a Ryan Reynolds thing. Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman may be completely done with their entire filming process. That may very well be the case too. We don't know exactly how far into filming they got before the actors' strike happened. But we do know that while the writers' strike was going on, they were still filming what they could. So even though Ryan Reynolds has a writer's credit, even though that's the case, he was still trying to act in the movie up until the part where the acting strike happened. Now, maybe this is a good thing because maybe it is that they are done filming with all Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman stuff. And we're just looking at the little cameos and other things that they have going on, which would require a few reshoots that possibly he has to be back for, but it could also be that some of the stuff he doesn't even have to come back for. And if that is the case, then now they can adjust accordingly to what movie is coming out. Like, say they connect it to the next Doctor Strange movie, which is one thing I've heard they might do. If the new Doctor Strange movie hasn't technically started filming, or they don't have a complete script ready for it, or they know they're going to do a couple rewrites here and there, then waiting on this film and doing something to it once they've got that all settled and know exactly what they're doing with that movie, that's only going to help the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And I don't believe in comic book fatigue, so I actually believe that the movie is still going to be good, because basically every Deadpool movie that Ryan Reynolds has done so far has been good. A lot of Ryan Reynolds movies themselves are very good. Ryan Reynolds is really good at improvising, and he's a really fun person to watch. So that is going to only help for them to make sure they have the script as good as they possibly can. So maybe doing those little rewrites when the writer's strike is over, and doing a little bit more filming when the actor's strike is over, is the way to go. But if you hear any rumors to the contrary saying that this is not going to happen at all, that's simply not true. It's simply not true. It's going to happen. It's just a matter of when, not if. And when it does, this is going to be a game changer, because the idea of Deadpool being incorporated into the Marvel Cinematic Universe is outright crazy. And seeing how they're going to blend him into other things is going to be a lot of fun to watch. So I do highly anticipate this being a really fun movie, no matter how long it takes for them to get it out. And I don't think we're going to have a massively long wait either. So I want to make that clear. Despite all the stuff that's going on, you shouldn't be afraid. Because not only is the movie still happening, but I think it's going to happen sooner rather than later. I think that the second that they have it all put together, they're going to try to get Ryan Reynolds and all of the cast back as quickly as they can to do whatever it is they have to do. And they probably don't have a lot to do. And then once because think about it, they were getting ready to release it in May of 2024, and that's not that long away. So they probably have a good chunk of this movie in the bag. So having said that, I think that there's a good chance that they have a lot of it happening already, and that they are ready for those reshoots when the actors become available again. So I don't think we have anything to worry about there, and I do think that if it does kind of get delayed into 2025, we're probably looking at very early in 2025. I just wanted to let you guys know about this information, because I've been hearing a lot of conflicted reports about it, saying that it's not going to happen, saying that it's really weird that it's been taken off of the release date schedule when other movies are staying on, and everyone seems to kind of be in a little bit of panic mode about this. Alright everybody, as always, we want to know what you guys think, so leave us a comment in the comment box below. Don't forget to hit that like button, it helps the channel and it's free. And then Miko says we need more subscribers, and you don't want to disappoint Miko. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single video we do. And then friends, at the end of the day, I know it, you know it, and Miko knows it. Fandom is family.